Hello, hypothetical audience. It's time for another Card Talk Thursday. As you may or may not notice, my hair looks slightly different. Can't really say I got a haircut, but there was enough that was in my eyes, and even still, there's still a little bit that is, so I just kind of trimmed it myself. I think it looks fine, but I generally don't have to look at it. So for me, it's just like, cool, I don't have to keep going, get out of my face. So I consider this an improvement. But I guess just going over some of the stuff from this week. I'm not going to talk about Cocaine Bear because I already made a video about it. I still haven't done my day after video, but I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. Tomorrow's also Friday, which means I'll watch Pokemon Northern War, do my video about that. I'll probably try to do the day after. After that, I think we're going to try to watch another DreamWorks movie today, which should be Madagascar 3. So I might have 3 videos coming out tomorrow. If I do, I do. If I don't, the day after will come out when it comes out, which I guess is how episode 4 is, the finale. It'll come out when it comes out. I have no idea when that'll fucking be. But any other stuff to talk about? I did some of my taxes today. I was off today. I'm going to be off tomorrow and Saturday. I did my federal today. I should be doing my states tomorrow. Because I live in one state. I work remotely for another state. So I have 2 states I have to do, which is annoying to ask, but it is what it is. It looks like my federal return will be about $1,800, which if that is true, that's great. I'll probably use that to pay for the next cruise because we're going to go as a group again and I'm really excited. I'll probably also just be like, all right, here's money for the cruise, pay off some credit card debt. Sorry, this angle is like weird because I'm using a different hand. That looks so much better to me. But anyways, like pay for the cruise, a little bit of credit card debt. I'll probably buy something stupid. Like nothing insanely expensive. But like, yeah, like here's a couple extra $100 to splurge on maybe like an old game, like collector's edition thing. On like a figure that's maybe a bit too expensive for me to normally buy, like something nice. But try to get some important payments done as well. In terms of like game progress, Symphonia is almost done. There's some things about the game that I don't love. I feel like when it comes to its puzzle design, its dungeon design, sometimes it's really fun. Sometimes it is just obnoxious. I'll probably go into specific examples when I do a full review on the game. But there are some parts of the game where I'm like, this is amazing. This is so fucking fun. And other times I'm like, I don't want to play this. I just don't. Can I just be done? Please. And then I get through that, and then I get to do something fun again, or I get through that, and then I do some story shit. Or like today, I did a bunch of just like side quests, and there were 2 in particular that I did back to back. I did one with Persea, where you meet like some of her old childhood friends from Ozette, and it got me really emotional. I'm like, this poor girl, this poor woman, like, I love her story. It's so fucking sad, but it's so interesting. Like, you might be my favorite character in the game, which, when I do my review, get used to me saying that about the entire cast, because I really love the cast. Like, I can definitely say Genis is not my favorite character in the game, but I still really like him. I think I could say that about, like, him and Regal and Sheena. But I still really like those characters. So it's like, even the characters that I wouldn't say are weak, but are like, I just don't like you as much, are still bangers. Like, this cast is fantastic. And then right after I finished that, I did the side quest where you meet Genis and Rain's mom. And while the Persea one was getting me really emotional, I was just weeping during this. I kid you not, dead ass. As soon as we saw her mom, and I could see where this was going, it was just fucking waterworks. Like, if you've seen the video of, I don't remember which Denver Super Bowl it was, because I don't know when Noshawn Moreno was on the team. It was either the Seahawks game or the Panthers one. But, like, during the national anthem where he's just crying, that was me watching that cutscene. I was fucking weeping like Lazarus just died, man. Oh, I love this game. But I'm hoping to be done with it. Probably not by the end of the week. Like, in terms of main story stuff, I'm on the, how do I say, as least spoilery as possible. Because I don't want to really get into spoilers here, which I might have a little bit. I've said I'm going to the Tower of Salvation in Tetheala for the first time, because I know it's a full dungeon. This is when it's not a dungeon, when it's just a boss fight. That's my next story bit. But there's a good amount of side shit I still want to do too. Excuse me. I need to fight Sword Dancer for the 3rd time. I don't know if I'm equipped to do that yet. I have to do the Devil Arm side quest because I've never done it before. I've never finished it before. I got to the boss and I could not beat him. I have to do that before I finish the game. So I feel like the main story I could probably finish by the end of the week. With all my side stuff, I'm aiming for the end of next week. Hopefully by like mid next week, like around Wednesday or so. That's when I would like to be done. I have access to Fate. Like I have it on my terabyte. I haven't started it yet. I think after Symphonia, I'm going to go, this is now the main project. And then on the side, I'm going to play a short game, which I'm leaning toward the Senran Kagura Neptunia crossover because I own it. I've never played Neptunia. I love Senran Kagura. It's dumb. It's really dumb. But I played Estival Versus a few years ago. Like, I got it during, like, a Golden Week sale. I was like, it's a Senran Kagura game. It's going to be fucking stupid, but it's cheap. Let me give it a shot. And I unironically really liked it. It's like, this is actually kind of fun. A lot of it is dumb. A good chunk of it is dumb, but still funny. Surprisingly, enough of it was actually really interesting and engaging. Then I played Peach Beach, and I was like, okay, this is what I expected from a Senran Kagura game. This is a lot more dumb and a lot less engaging. We'll see what the Neptunia game is, if it's going to go like, all right, this is the 3rd one I've played, so I liked 2 of them, or like, no, 2 of them were just dumb, but it's only like 10 hours, and it's on the list. It's a short game. I'll play it after Symphonia. On the side, when I'm reading Fate, I've also started Engage. That right now is also a side project. I kind of want to do like a map, maybe 2 maps a day on average. I am playing it on Maddening for now. I say for now because it's ass. I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, I want to put this on hard where it doesn't completely suck. I watched Clay play it on hard. Like, I kind of did a couple maps with him. I was like, this is already, there's some bullshit, but it's fun. It is, for lack of a better word, I hate to use it, but it is engaging. Maddening is some ass. Right now, I'm on chapter, like, I just did the Makaya map. Or not her paralogue, but like when you get her in Yunaka. So I guess it's the, what is it, like Haya Makaya, that's what I called it, the Haya Makaya map. I have access to Anna's paralogue and whatever the next chapter is, which I don't know if that's going to Brodia for the first time or not. I tried the Anna map yesterday, and I wasn't able to do it. It was like, oh, I can't get to her in time with my setup. She died. I'm going to have to do this again. I'll just fuck with it tomorrow. We'll see. Like, maybe I have to give Sigurd to Alir, who I named. Clay named her Mint in his playthrough. So now I'm playing because he's done with it. So I named her Crest. Because Crest emblem, very similar, but it's still a toothpaste thing. I'm like, I like it. I think it's clever. It's still low-hanging fruit, but it is a relatively clever low-hanging fruit. But, I have lost Alfred. I lost him at the end of the Haya Makaya map. He is the only person I have lost so far. I've recruited Jean. In Clay's playthrough, Jean was like an MVP. He had like the best numbers by the end of the game. His first level, only his HP went up. I was like, you have expertise. How did you get one stat up with expertise and then his second level is everything but health? I was like, that's better. What was that first shit, my guy? Ah! But right now the good units are, I keep wanting to call her Mint. Crest herself is kind of inconsistent. Louis is good. He's not as tanky as he is in hard because maddening is stupid. Chloe has been, she's been putting in work. She's been critting on like really low percents, which is awesome. Boucheron is not very good. Etier sucks. Clan is okay, but falling off. Vander is good, but I know his role, like he's going to be falling off pretty soon. Fram came in clutch with a chain guard on that last map, so I've got to give her props. Celine has been pretty good. Like, she's actually been really good. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, and then Alfred, who died, and he wasn't that good. I don't know. Maybe, like, later in the game he gets really good, but I know Clay wasn't using him. I was like, I want to use him. I want to see how he is. Oh, he's not great, and now he's dead. But I am looking forward to playing more of it. Let's see what else we have to talk about. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, so just a couple other things. Couple manga updates. That fucking Tesla Beelzebub fight is still going. I thought the new chapter was going to be the end of the fight, and I was really looking forward to it. It's like, all right, like I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll read the raws when they come out. I want to see the end of the fight. I want to see who wins. Never mind. I guess I have to wait a whole other fucking month. So, and yeah, I read the raws, so I don't really know what happened because it's untranslated. And excuse me, I think I was doing a video yesterday. It was either Puss in Boots or Cocaine Bear. I was like, oh wait, I just remember Chainsaw Man came out. I gotta read the new chapter. And it turns out a new chapter hadn't come out yet, but it actually had because it had leaked somehow, but it was the raws. So I read the raws. I was like, okay, like I'll see what the fuck's going on. What the hell is happening? So I'm excited for the translation to come out. Like I really like Chainsaw Man. It was good shit. Pokemon Day happened. Man, I don't really have much to say about that at all. Like, I was so excited for it. I was like, okay, like, Pokemon games in the NSL, like, that's very clearly gonna happen. That's a no-brainer thing to talk about. I guess it was such a no-brainer. It didn't come to, like, they didn't even think about it because it didn't fucking happen. Like, what do you guys, how? How did this not happen? Blah. No Legends game, which I'm disappointed in, but I'm not mad at because, yeah, I wasn't super expecting one. No Coliseum 3, which, again, not mad at. I wasn't expecting it, but I wanted it. No new Mystery Dungeon, no remake of 2. We know what Pokemon Sleep is. It's not really a game. It just measures your sleep and lets you know if you've been sleeping well. Like, okay, so I have to have this app on for, like, the 8 hours I'm in bed. That sounds like kind of ass. Like, that's just a drain on my battery, but okay. I might try it, see if it works, if it's like super jank, but okay. Pokemon Masters, which I don't play. Pokemon Unite, which I don't play. Pokemon Cafe Remix, which I don't play. Competitive Pokemon News, which I don't play. The Pokemon card game, which I don't play or really collect. There was like a lot, like the stuff they actually shows, like this. It's like, if I cared about any of that, this would be fantastic. I literally care about none of this. For the people who do, you're eating good. It's like, you got a new Pokemon Unite. Awesome. You now have new information about the World Championships. That's fucking cool. If you play Remix, here's some cool things added to the gacha game. Like, this is all cool, I suppose. It's like, here's a little bit for everyone. It just wasn't much for me. And then the actual DLC is like, okay, this is what I want to see. And okay, like, I really like the look of the turtle. The little mask dude, okay. The other 3, we got a dog. It just looks like the buff Doge. We've got a monkey. I've seen an edit of it where it looks just like Mojo Jojo. And the bird, which is, I kind of like the bird's design. I actually think it looks really cool. And I read somewhere it's like, oh yeah, this is like a Momotaro reference. Like, they're all like based on his companions and like the Isle of Oni and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, that actually is. That's kind of cool. I'll see where they go with this. And then the other one is the turtle, and the turtle looks fucking gorgeous. I love it. I want it already. I know it's going to be shiny locked, but I want a shiny of it. Virizion and Suicune got their new forms. You can only get them through raids, but raids suck. And they're version exclusive raids, so hopefully you know someone with the other version of the game so you could get on that shit and catch them. But apparently the raids were also fucked, where you could catch it and you would get a bad egg and it would count as your one catch of that Pokemon, so you could catch it again. You're like, it's not a good situation. I was able to get them both. I did not get any glitches. I will take that, but I don't like raids. Raids just feel way too janky. I was literally doing them with my friend yesterday, and there were points where I was like, oh, you died. No, I didn't. Oh, no, never mind. Now I died. Like, the weird fucking delay, man. There's also this weird thing that'll happen where sometimes it'll kind of zoom in on the opposing Pokemon. Let's use Iron Leaves for an example. It'll be just like, the opposing Iron Leaves, and that's all it will say. Because normally it'd be like, alright, the Iron Leaves use Swords Dance, or like, it nullified all stat changes and abilities on your side. Sometimes it'll just say the Pokemon's name and won't actually say what it did and just kind of leave you confused. It's happened often enough. And Wyatt just kind of made it, that was my friend that was hanging out with me, like, he kind of said that, and then he's like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate that dumb shit. But I got him at least. The only other thing to say is I was able to go to my friend's wedding over the weekend. The wedding was great. The reception was a lot of fun. The travel was ass, 'cause it was, got there Friday night and then left like Saturday night. So I had a very quick turnaround and, it was super cramped and whatever, but I'm very glad I went. I'm glad I got to see my friend get married. I've met the groom once at a previous wedding, and I actually really liked the dude. And yeah, even though I'd only met him once, like at the wedding, he seemed like so happy to see me. He's like, I'm so glad you're here, man. I'm like, this is just sweet. This is great. I'm happy for you guys. And most of my friends in that group have been married, so I'm one of the only single ones left. They're like, oh, now the pressure's on. It's like it's been almost every year we've had a wedding. COVID, we didn't have one, and I think last year we didn't have one. So there's 2 years. One is acceptable, one isn't. And I think one of our other friends might be getting married soon. It seems like he's got a relationship that's going. I wish him all the best. If he does get married, then it's on me. I'm like, we might be waiting a while, guys. But yeah, like I'm happy for my friends. I'm glad I got to have just a good time hanging out with everybody. So that's it for this one. I'm gonna go back inside and play more Symphonia so I can get closer to getting done with this thing and maybe cry some more. Who knows? Depends on what crazy shit happens. But I'll definitely see you tomorrow for possibly Muv-Luv, possibly DreamWorks, definitely Pokemon and Trails.